Saludos estudiantes de octavo grado. El día de hoy vamos a ver lo que es la lesson 12.2, that is talking about frequency and instruments. Okay, it's really easy to do it, but you need to know so many concepts. For example, you need to know that the frequency of an interval is going to be the number of data values in that interval. We are going to do some intervals. We are going to divide information in intervals, and then it's going to be really easy for now to know how you need to work. A frequency table is going to be a group of data that the values are in that intervals. Okay, we are going to divide all the information that we have in intervals, and then it's going to be really easy for us to do a frequency table, and then we are going to do the instruments. Okay, it's really easy. Okay, but to understand that, we need to do the problem number one, because it's going to be really easy doing a problem to explain you what is a frequency table and what are the instruments. In this case, problem number one say making a frequency table. Okay, in the problem number one, the information that we have is about baseball, and they say that the number of home runs by the batters in a local home run derby are listed below. All these are the ones that are the home runs that they already did. Okay, what is the frequency table that represents that data? Okay, first that we need to do is to see what is the greater value and what is the least value in this case. If you see 2, I think that is the least value, and the greater value is going to be 17. Okay, now we are going to divide that information in range of intervals that is going to be from 2 to 17. Okay, it's so many ways that you can do it, and you can try to solve it, but the easy way to do it, normally we divide in 5 or 4 intervals. In this case, because it's going to be exactly, we are going to divide in 4 intervals. Okay, I'm going to do the frequency table. It's going to be something like that. Home runs in this case, and it's going to be in the results. Okay, but it's home runs that we are going to divide the table, and we are going to have home runs and frequency. Okay, home runs and frequency. Okay, and pay attention, because it's really easy to solve it. It's not going to be hard to do it for you. Okay, just I told you that we are going to divide in 4 intervals. That means that we are going to divide this in 4 rows. Okay, something like that. Perfect. And then we are going to divide in 4 intervals. Okay, and we are going to use, in this case, 4 values for each interval. For example, I'm going to start with 2. It's going to be from 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 values that can be in that interval. The next interval, I'm going to continue with the next number, that is 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's going to go to 9, and then you are going to have 10 to 13. And the last one, that is going to be 14 to 17. Okay, that we call interval. Esos son los intervalos que nosotros necesitamos. Then you need to see what is going to be the frequency of these values in that intervals. We are going to find all the values that are between 2 and 5. Okay, I'm going to start here. That is 1, 2. I'm going to use the blue marker just for show you. 5, I have 2. Then 3 is between 2 and 5. 4 is between 2 and 5. And I think that is all of the terms. That means that I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The frequency is 4 values that are, in this case, in the interval that is from 2 to 5. Okay, I'm going to use the red one for sure, the one that is from the 6 to 9. In this case, it's going to be 7 is inside this interval, 7 again, 9 again. Okay, we have 3 and, let me see, 7. Okay, that means that we have 4 values that are in that interval. We have 4 here, right? That's the frequency table that we are doing right now. Okay, and now I'm going to see the values that are in the frequency of interval from 10 to 13. Okay, it's not 12. Yes, I have 1, 10, 12 again, and that's the only one that we have. Are 3 values. Okay, I hope that you can see it. Okay, 3 values. Okay, and the last one that I'm going to use with the one that is, in this case, my orange, is going to be 1, 2. I have 2. That is not for that color, remember that. Okay, I have 2. Then I have the last one that is 15. I have 3. Okay, that is my frequency table. My frequency table showing me that the home runs for the one that made in between 2 and 5, they have 4. The one that in the interval of 6 and 9, they have 4. 10 to 13 is 3, and 14 to 17 is 3. That's the way that you can do a frequency table, okay? But now we are going to see what we need to do a frequency table and what we can do with the frequency table again, okay? Okay, in the problem number 2, we need to do a histogram, making a histogram, okay? And we have that information that is in the problem number 2 in the page 721 in your math book. Say television. The data below are the numbers of hours per week a group of students spend watching television. All these are the number of hours that the students spend watching television, okay? Say, what is a histogram that represents that data? You need to know that for doing histogram, first you need to do a frequency table. What we are going to do first, we need to do the frequency table, okay? We are going to do something like that, okay? Watching is watching, just, sorry. Watching, in this case, TV, okay? That's going to be my frequency table. I'm going to put, in this case, my intervals is going to be the hours. And in this case, the frequency is going to be how many of them? See how many hours, okay? Okay, it's really easy. I'm going to do my frequency table here. And in this case, how I told you before, you can use, normally we used to use 4 intervals, okay? I'm going to use 4 intervals for that example, okay? And it's really easy, okay? Now, remember, if you remember, you need to see what is the least value, what is the greater value. In this case, the least value is 0, you can see it here, and the greater value is 22. That means that we need to divide that groups in from 0 to 22 and has to be 4 groups, okay? I'm going to start from 0 to 5, taking, in this case, 6 values that can be that interval. Why 6 values? Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That means that I have 6 values, okay? The next one is going to be from 6 to 10. If you count, it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you need to add 1. It's going to be 11, sorry, because it's going to be 6 values, okay? And the next interval, in this case, is going to be from 12 to 17. And the last one that is going to be from 18 to 23, okay? It doesn't matter if you get an extra value of the range, because just you need to count all the hours that count in that box, okay? Now, I'm going to start with the first one, with the one that are from 0 to 5 hours, okay? From 0 to 5 is 1, 2, I'm using the blue marker just for show you. 0 to 5, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? That means that you have 6 on the frequency table that see television in one week from 0 to 5 hours, okay? 6. You can count if you want doing tally marks. It's going to be 5, 1, 6, and that means that is 6, okay? If you want to do it, it's okay, but if you don't want to do it, also it's okay, okay? The next one, I'm going to use from 6 to 11 hours, okay? It's 1, let me see, 11, that means that 10 is also 3, 4, 5, just 5, okay? In this case, that means that you have 5. You can do the tally mark if you want to do it, but it's not necessary. It's 5. That's C from 6 to 11 hours, okay? Then you are going to use the one that is 12 to 17. In this case, that is values inside these values, that interval, this one also, and this one, okay? We have 3 values, okay? 1, 2, 3, and equal to 3 values. And the last one, that is from 18 to 22, you can see that it's just 1. The last one that we are missing, that is 22, okay? 1 and 1. That's the frequency table. Why we need to do a frequency table? Because with the frequency table, we are going to do, in this case, our histogram. Our histogram is going to be like a graph in that way, something like that. And just you need to remember that the values that are in the y-axis, in this case, is going to be the frequency, okay? The value that is going to be here is the frequency. And the value that are going to be in the x-axis are going to be the hours, okay? And because you know what is the range, that you already have it, you know that the frequency, the greater value is 6, and the least value is 1. You can divide in 1 until 7 can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 exactly, okay? And in this case, the range, just you know that you're going to have 4 range. I'm going to divide in 4 this group. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know that the first one is going to be from 0 to 5 hours. The second one is going to be from 6 to 11 hours. The next one from 12 to 17. And the last one from 18 to 23. Okay? And what we need to do, we need to do the graph, in this case, following the frequency that they already have. From 0 to 5 is 6 hours. That means that it's going to be until here. Okay? And I'm going to use the blue marker because you already know that I select the blue marker for the first one, okay? And you need to color it. It's going to be really nice if you color it. It's going to be really interesting, okay? In the next one, from 6 to 11, you know that you have 5, okay? It has to be here, 5. From 6 to 11, okay? And also, you can color it and it's going to be really nice, okay? From 12 to 17, you know that is 3. It's going to be here, 3. Okay. And we are going to color it also because I want to see the histogram very nice. And the last one that is going to be just 1, that is the orange, okay? From 18 to 23 is just 1, okay? Here. And that's our frequency table, okay? In this case, you do the frequency table, and with the frequency table, you can do the histogram that is representing the watching television that the students spend in a week. Okay? Now we are going to do the next example. In the problem number 2, we need to interpret histograms. Okay? It's really easy. You just need to know some concepts that are important that are in the page 721 that say that if you have a bars that are roughly the same height, that means that you have a histogram that is uniform, okay? If the bars, all the bars are close to the same height, okay? In this case, it's not that case, but you need to know that, okay? Another case that you can have, if you have a vertical line that can divide the histogram into 2 parts that are close to be like a mirror, like if you park like here, and you're gonna have like a mirror, close to be like a mirror on both sides, in that case, you can say that you have a histogram that is, in this case, symmetric. It's going to be like symmetric, okay? That is going to be that case, because if you see, if we divide this, for example, like here, and you can see that that side is close to be equal to that side, like a mirror. That means that in this case, that example that we have here is going to be a symmetric, okay? Symmetric, okay? Really easy to understand, okay? And also, the other example that you can have, let's say in your math book, is say that if you have a histogram that has just one peak, very high, and that and it's not in the center, it's really important that, and also you can see that the values are very disagree. It's not like a mirror, not like this one, or it's not all the bars close like this one. You can see that the peak is over here. And if you track a line here, you can see that it's not in the center, and it's very weird. That kind of histogram we call that are skewy. That means skewy, that the information is not in order, okay? We can say that it's skewy. Okay? In this case, we have 2 types. The one that are symmetry and the one that is skewy. Okay? And now we are going to solve the last example of this lesson. In the last problem that we are going to solve for that lesson, we need to do, in this case, is making a cumulative frequency table, okay? What is a cumulative frequency table? It's a table that shows the number of data values that lie in order or below a given interval, okay? What means that? We are going to do an example. It's going to be really easy for you to see what is the cumulative frequency table, okay? In this case, because you know that we need to do that, we are going to put the topic of the table that we are going to do right now. Okay, it's going to be a daily text message, okay? And what we need to have in that table, we need to have the number of text messages that we are going to have, because the problem said, I'm going to give you the instruction, say text messenger. The number of text messages sent on one day by different students are shown below. What is a cumulative frequency table that represents that data, okay? That's the number of messages that the student sent in one day, okay? We are going to put number of text message, the first one. Number of text message. It's going to be the first one. The first division that I'm going to have is the one that is going to give me the intervals. Then I'm going to have the frequency. And the last one, that in this case, is the one that we are going to talk. It's about the cumulative frequency table, okay? Cumulative frequency. And it's really easy to do it, okay? And I know that you will understand very well, because it's not hard to do it, okay? That's my table that I need to do with that information that you already know, okay? What we are going to do, we are going to divide. You know that you have from 0 to 49. It's really big. I'm going to divide in 5 groups in this case, and it's going to be 10 in each of the groups, 10 values in each of the groups, okay? It's going to be in that way. It's going to be from 0 to 9, then it's going to be from 10 to 19, and it's going to be from 20 to 29, then it's going to be from 30 to 31 and 39, sorry, and the last one that is going to be from 40 to 49, okay? Now we need to put all this information that you already have here in that group. So I'm going to start using the colors again. From 0 to 9, it's going to be 1, 2, from 0 to 9, remember, 3, 4, 5, 6, from 0 to 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, okay? If you see, we have 11 that use text message directly, that is from 0 to 9, okay? That's going to be 11, and in my cumulative frequency table, I'm going to copy this value, okay? Really easy to do it, and I know that you will understand, don't worry about it, okay? Now, in the next one, you need to see what are the values that are, in this case, from 10 to 11, okay? You can see that I have 1 here, 2, and let me see, 3, and just 3. In this case, it's going to be 3 here. And in the cumulative frequency table, what do you need to do? You need to add that value with that value, and you're going to have this, the amount. But really, what do you need to do is you need to add this value, 11, with this value, and you are going to have, again, in this case, the total of message in this cumulative frequency table. That is going to be, in this case, 14, right? Because 11 adding to 3 is equal to 14, okay? Then, in the next example that we have for 20, in this case, to 29, we are going to look for, we don't have here, but we have 1 here, 1, 2, and another one, 3, just 3 values. That means that you're going to have 3 here, and again, you need to add this with this is going to be 17 in the cumulative frequency, okay? Then in the next one, that is going to be from 30 to 39, I'm going to use my black marker in this case. From 30 to 39, I have 1, I have 2, and just 2 values more. That means that you're going to put this value here, add into this one, you're going to have 19, and the last one that is really easy to do it, it's going to be from 40 to 49. You can see that you have 1 here and 2 here, and you are not missing more values, okay? That means that it's just 2 that you need to add it. The last one is going to be 21, and that's a cumulative frequency table, how you can do it, okay? I hope that is enough information for you for do the homework, and that you are going to understand very well what do you need to do. God bless you guys.